Welcome to Have I Got News for You. I'm Roy Wood Jr. In the news this week, Trump's tariffs meet the Supreme Court. Kid Rock entertains RFK Jr. Questions remain over Pam Bondi's handling of the Epstein files. On Everest Team tonight, he's a comedian and writer who's worked on The Daily Show, The Office, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Blackish, Sister, Insecure. Tonight, we see if he can get me Jack A's phone number. It's Larry Wilmore. And joining Michael, he's a comedian, actor, and writer whose new book, Chore Play, The Marriage-Saving Magic of Getting Your Head Out of Your Ass, is available anywhere that has heads or asses. It's Jordan Carlos. Yes, indeed. Michael, Jordan, welcome to a very special all-Black Black History Month panel.
Yes.
Episode of the show.
Yeah.
Your last name's Black.
Oh, I get to play. All Black.
Time for the biggest stories of the week. Let's play the feud. Amber, Larry, watch the clip. Tell me, what is the story?
The story is about Trump. He has bins coming into town.
Tariffs.
Yeah, and everyone was like, no, you don't.
Bad.
Yes, the story is the Supreme Court struck down Trump's sweeping tariffs, upending a central plank of his economic agenda. He was hosting a breakfast with governors when he got the news.
Apparently, the breakfast had been going well. They were working together. And then President Trump became enraged. He started ranting about the decision, not only calling it a disgrace, but started attacking the courts, at one point saying, these effing courts, but using the actual language there. We know that President Trump does use expletives on quite often.
Trump collected himself, and our effing president addressed the news from the White House aquarium this afternoon.
Is he on American Idol?
In reference to having the tariffs getting slapped down by SCOTUS, what do you think? Give me a word that the president used.
Un-American.
He was ashamed of them.
I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country. They're very unpatriotic and disloyal to our Constitution. It's my opinion that the court has been swayed by foreign interests and a political movement that is far smaller than people would ever think. It's a small movement.
Small. I'm afraid of that word movement.
What part of the decision was President Trump most angry about?
They didn't mention Melania, the movie. And,
probably that he has to go through Congress. He was so offended that he would have to do that.
President Trump was mad that the decision limits a lot of his powers. Here's how he described it.
To show you how ridiculous the opinion is, however, the court said that I'm not allowed to charge even $1. I can't charge $1. Can't charge $1. I would have used 1 penny, but we don't make the pennies anymore. We save money. I can do anything I want, but I can't charge $1.
You ever seen them furniture commercials in the 80s where the dude be like, they say I can't do it, but come on down to the empire, and I'm gonna charge you $1. Get a couch for $1. I'm crazy Donald, and I got that couch. Also in front of the American Idol aquarium, a president made a big announcement during this briefing. What was the big announcement he made?
He didn't poop his pants this time. Sorry, it's a rumor. I had to get
allegedly.
In the briefing, Trump announced defiantly, we're going to do more tariffs than ever before.
Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122, over and above our normal tariffs.
Why do you think he feels so sad and betrayed by the Supreme
Court? Because
Court?
he thought he owned the Supreme Court. And to be honest, I thought he owned the Supreme Court. Turns out he doesn't totally own the Supreme Court. And that's good news.
Yeah.
You feel like this is the one that they give you, like the Supreme Court just gives the American people to throw you off the scent?
Yep.
Like, oh, no, we always care, but give them tariffs, but yeah, them women voting. I think part of why Trump felt so betrayed is because, according to him, he had tried to be so nice to the court.
I want to be very well behaved because I wanted to do anything. I didn't want to do anything that would affect the decision of the court, because I understand the court. I understand how they are very easily swayed. I want to be a good boy.
Oh my God. Is he living the end of Pinocchio? He's just like, I've been a good boy and now I'll be a real boy. I'm like, why is he doing that?
Yeah.
Let's just say that the Supreme Court has decided you cannot collect tariffs. But up until that decision, you have been collecting tariffs.
Does he have to give the money back? Oh, he's not gonna like this.
Question, which retail giant is part of a lawsuit to recoup their lost tariff money?
J.C. Penney.
I said giant.
Oh.
Hey, they had their run. I'm not shitting on J.C. Penney. But we're talking about today.
It feels like you're doing that.
Montgomery Ward.
They closed you.
It's probably Costco, because everybody goes to Costco.
Points. It's
right?
Costco. Yes.
Yeah. Has to be.
A bunch of companies have already joined a lawsuit to get their money back, including Costco, Revlon, Bumblebee Tuna, and Kawasaki.
Oh.
I ain't know Bumblebee Tuna had that gangster in them.
No. I love Kawasaki sneaking in there. We're made in America.
The irony of it is that Costco's the one place where you can get tuna and a Kawasaki.
That's true.
Probably why it happened.
When you really think about the tariff situation, and if these companies are going to sue the American government to be reimbursed for the tariffs, that was passed on to us in the form of increased shipping costs, increased tax costs. Why can't I get my refund on the stuff that I ordered?
I think we got $200 billion of tariff money. My suggestion, reparations.
Happy Black History Month, everybody.
That shit ain't gonna happen.
In the form of a Costco card.
But yes, according to President Trump, the American people loved the tariffs.
I made a speech at a factory. They make steel products. And I said, how are you? Nice to meet you. How's business? President, I'd love to kiss you. This is a very powerful man. I don't want to be kissed by that man. He said, sir, I want to kiss you so badly. He said, sir, I want to kiss you. I said, why? He said, because we were down to working 1 hour a week, and then you came in and imposed tariffs.
Trump always sounds like they just gave him the anesthesia, and he's like, he's trying so hard to stay awake, and he's like, and then the guy said, may I kiss you? I don't want to kiss you.
So Trump does understand the concept of consent. That wasn't always clear, but it seems like it does.
Did that really happen? Do we think the president was actually accosted sensually by a steel worker?
That someone would come up to him and go, I really want to kiss you. And then he would go, why? Like, what? Do you want to find out why? Or do you want to get the fuck out of there?
And what does that have to do with the stores? I thought it was about tariffs, and he's like, and there was in this hot Georgia warehouse.
This totally buff man came up to me. He had a six-pack. It was almost an eight-pack, I noticed.
He was holding baby oil. Oh, that's where it goes too far? Shirtless steel worker, good. Michael and Jordan, watch the clip. Tell me, what is the story?
Oh, there's Stephen Colbert. And that's not Stephen Colbert.
That's...
Oh, I know who that is. Censorship. I know who that is. This has something to do with Colbert and the interview with, what's-his-face, James Talarico, and then the CBS, WB, Paramount thing. It's all of that.
The story is the drama at CBS, a lot of government censorship, there's corporate acquisitions on the horizon, and a high-stakes election that all came together this week. But let's start with the host of The Late Show, Stephen Colbert.
You know who is not one of my guests tonight? That's Texas State Representative James Talarico. He was supposed to be here, but we were told in no uncertain terms by our network's lawyers, who called us directly, that we could not have him on the broadcast. Then I was told, in some uncertain terms, that not only could I not have him on, I could not mention me not having him on.
I believe everything Steven said. I love that his show's getting blacker every week because the level of not giving a fuck just keeps increasing. And I love to see it.
By like the week before Colbert ends, he's just gonna be on air. Bitch, please.
Exactly. Exactly.
What reason did Steven say CBS gave him for censoring the Talarico interview?
You have to have people from the Democratic Party and the Republican Party on equally.
Yes. Equal time.
But in this case, it was only Democrats. There were no Republicans, so the equal time only applies to just other candidates, not other parties.
They would have had to have on his opponent, Jasmine Crockett, and then she came out a few days later and she said, that's bullshit. I've been on Colbert twice already. So that's clearly not the reason.
But what's weird about CBS adhering to this equal time rule is that this has not been applied to late night talk shows in decades. But this January, the FCC under Brendan Carr, 47 years old, if you were guessing.
Is that his real age?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 47.
I'm 47.
We're the same age as this guy?
Yes, and he looks younger than both of you.
I'm 48.
Oh my God, do we look great or is he almost dead?
You know what they say about us, black don't crash.
That's right.
You know what they say?
It's true.
That's how Stephen Colbert gonna be talking in
Most people had never even heard of James Talarico. No offense, James Talarico, but he got more out of this because they didn't air it. There were more people viewing it on that. So it wasn't about this. It's just about trying to kowtow ahead of time. They're paying it forward to the Trump administration. I blame CBS for this.
CBS denied that they made any demands, and Colbert called that crap. Brendan Carr caught wind of everything that was going on between Colbert and CBS, and he said,
I think yesterday was a perfect encapsulation of why the American people have more trust in gas station sushi than they do in the national news media.
And it's a very personal reference. I think he's obviously eaten gas station sushi.
According to Talarico's campaign, the interview has over 40 million views on social media. After it did not air, Talarico says that he raised $2.5 million.
Okay.
Panel, how do you think this windfall for Talarico's campaign is going to impact the race in Texas?
I think it's what the Republicans don't want. I have to cuss a little bit, so I apologize for that. But here's what these motherfuckers really want to do. Okay? They would love it if Jasmine Crockett got upset about this and if she actually won that race. They think that a black woman can't be senator of Texas. They want her to beat Talarico. That's why they're making a fuss about this, okay? They don't want Talarico to get all this money and all this stuff. If she becomes a candidate, then they get their wish because they don't think she stands a chance in the Senate race in Texas. That's what's really going down.
Oh my God, that's true. Oh no!
Do you think she could win in Texas?
Never underestimate the value of talented politicians because policy is never as important as personality. Never.
Yeah.
Jasmine Crockett is a star. You know, I think she has a good chance in Texas. I believe it's turning more blue than it is red these days.
What major business story dropped this week that puts all of this CBS nonsense into context?
Is it the acquisition rumors?
CBS's parent company is still trying to buy Warner Brothers, despite Warner already having an agreement with Netflix. On Tuesday, Warner Brothers Discovery restarted deal talks with Paramount Skydance, which owned CBS. So now it seems like the memo is going out among Republicans to go after Netflix. 2 weeks ago, senators held a hearing where they grilled CEO Ted Sarandos about buying Warner's. Question, what was Republicans' biggest concern about Netflix?
Netflix is too woke.
Are we right now on stolen land?
I have no idea the history of this land, where we're sitting today.
Nor do I, Senator.
So that speaks volumes that neither of you are willing to say, hell no, we're not on stolen land.
Why is it that so much of Netflix content for children promotes a transgender ideology?
What Peppa Pig he watching?
Just for the record, I was joking when I said they're too woke. I didn't know that was the answer.
Whether Paramount or Netflix gets Warner Brothers, it could come down to the personalities that are in play, including that of Paramount Skydance CEO, Trump ally, David Ellison. Wow. Look like a young business casual Frankenstein.
It's business casual Frankenstein's monster. Come on, boy. Come on.
People have concerns about Ellison's plans for the entertainment industry, but don't feel bad. Ellison is a guy who loves the movies. Question, what job did David Ellison once have in Hollywood when he was getting a start 20 years ago?
He was a PA.
He was an actor.
Really?
Here he is in the 2006 movie Flyboys, being interrogated as a suspected spy.
I robbed a bank. I was in debt to a bookie, and I needed the money.
I think we all will continue to trust him with our lives. On the off chance that one day he might actually hit something.
Bigger question. That's good. Why did we not know that J.D. Vance was also in this movie?
Wow.
Those were the hillbilly elegy years.
Yeah.
How do you think critics reacted to this movie?
They did not like it.
The New York Times called it stupidity carried beyond a certain point becomes a public menace.
God!
And that is what historians will say about the Trump administration.
The movie was bankrolled in part by his father, Oracle founder and CEO Larry Ellison. When Flyboys failed to take off, David Ellison was so stressed about losing his pop's money that he had to be hospitalized. Quote, the reaction to Flyboys had so unsettled David that he experienced an episode of atrial fibrillation.
No.
What? Doctors had to shock his heart back into rhythm.
So he is kind of a Frankenstein.
Now, there's a lot of talk about which way the Warner thing is going to go. Does it get sold to Netflix? Do they get sold to Paramount?
I think if Paramount buys it, Trump directly gets to have a say with CNN. And look, you can't really blame him. If you're going to be a real fascist, you should control media, you know? I mean, that's what you're supposed to. He's only doing what he's supposed to do, Roy.
He's being a good boy.
Get off his back.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe to the HIGNFY YouTube channel and be sure to click the bell to stay on top of all our great content. Even better, become a member for exclusive content, early access to videos, members-only shoutouts, and more. Click the join button below.